What's launch week looking like for you, Spencer? I spent this morning sat on a trampolining, what was it, on Air Unlimited, the floor of that, trying to build out a circle platform whilst children pinged around me because Luna's off. How are you coping?
Well, having seen the Circle platform being built, I'm
Hmm.
feeling pretty bloody good.
Good, excellent.
It's real. It
It is.
exists.
It
It's
is.
going to be live and open for the real general public, not quite the general
Not
public, not quite fully
close
opening
general
yet.
public.
Close friends and family, and just awesome people on Wednesday
Yep,
at 10 a.m.
exciting.
But this week's been, I think it's been pretty bonkers for both of us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Managing this, but also so many client and other things as well, engagements that we've both had, has been a challenging week, and it's long from being over. It's coming up to 4 o'clock on the Friday afternoon,
Yep,
and it feels like it's going to be a long one.
it is. And my husband's disappeared to Ibiza, so it's going to be really long.
I hate it.
I hate it. Having a lovely time right now. Um, yeah, it's been good, hasn't it? Because we've been looking at essentially what we're going to be teaching. So we've got the masterclasses; they are locked in now. They will be announced next week. With the dates of them, we've got the general structure of what we're doing on the day to day. That's amazing. We know what the kind of fundamentals and the approaches we're going to take in terms of flipped classroom and the resources we're building out. But the first big thing is going to be go to market strategy. I was in a session recently with an investor, and they were saying that that is what people are looking for these days. So we have plans to run almost an investment sprint come January, get people ready for new financial year or people budget burning in terms of investment. But also, if we can get people's go to market strategy sorted ahead of that, they'll enter the new year with a plan in hand. If they want to go for investment, they've got that sorted. But that's the big thing, isn't it? And if people sign up before Wednesday, they can come and do at least the first half of that for free till the end of November. Otherwise, they're only going to get a fortnight's free trial. They'll have to pay.
Yeah, yeah, we're really keen on letting people access and understand what it's all about. And
Yeah,
so a free trial feels like it's the right approach.
yeah,
But for this limited cohort that we're opening on Wednesday at 9 a.m.,
yep.
if
10
we
a.m.
get
10
9,
a.m.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yeah, if you sign up before that, you get 6 weeks free.
Yeah,
And there's a little bit of a caveat with this. We're giving it away because we want something back from people.
yeah,
Because of course we're building very openly and in public, and we want to build the first kind of cohort, being able to get feedback and gather people's thoughts about the program, about the events that we're putting on, about the community, what people really want, what is going to help them. And so that's what that's all about. And actually, one of the things that we found out so much in the last couple of weeks and been really grappling with is this really enormous challenge of
yeah,
people's time being being like careful and considerate about people's time, because if we're demanding people's time, if we're taking people's time away from them, it means that they can't do other things.
yeah,
So we need to be really protective over those sessions, and whatever it is that we put on needs to be super high value. It needs to be able to drive people forward. It needs to give them the growth opportunities that they're really looking for, both individual growth but business growth as well. And so we've been kind of grappling with this tension of, we could literally, I think, deliver stuff for 40 hours a week. We've got so
yeah.
much content, so many options, and we've also got, thank you
Opinions.
by the way, so many amazing people that want to come and do things with us and for us.
Yeah.
So we could definitely be filling a full calendar for 40 hours. That means no business gets done for these
No
people,
business at
right?
all.
So you might have the theoretical
Yeah.
knowledge of everything that you need to know, but like, what does that do for people? So it's a matter of trying to get, and we're trying to find our voice with all of this as well, and our kind of brand presence, and how we build that up, that kind of brand idea of like, how do we make it fun? How do we make it so everything is super valuable, so that every minute that people spend with us is actually reaping some some benefits and some rewards for people. So that's one of the real tensions that we've got going on. We need to be maximizing the efficiency, but the value that people get.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough, but I mean, I got a lovely message. I was saying to you earlier, I got a lovely message from a guy yesterday. I was over in Manchester with Growth Company doing their Create Growth course. And that's all for creative industries. And I got a lovely message saying, even just that one concept has spurred me onto this action, and that has energized me and moved me forward. And that's the thing, isn't it? And I think that we have, like I say, with this crazy repository of stuff, like best practices across all these different industries, all these different startup problems, scenarios, etc. And it's like cherry picking the best of the best, because we just want to make sure we move people on as quickly as possible and kind of get them energized, out there, momentum. Yeah, just in let's fucking go mode, as I like to call it.
Exactly right. Let's fucking go mode.
Let's fucking go mode.
That's what everybody needs to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is, and I think it will be as much as what we don't put in as what we put in. That's going to be the challenge. I mean, yeah, I was saying earlier, Spencer is creating the matrix of all matrices. Matrices? Matrices. It's been a long week.
I like the word matrices, but I don't. It's not right.
I don't think
like
it is. But that was the thing, like devising what we can do, how we can best serve people, how we can have that asynchronous approach as well, where they can learn on their own time. So outside of working hours, flexibility, kind of watch things on the move, listen to things on. Just make sure that we are really mindful of people's time, and people are out there building businesses and they need to be doing that first and foremost. So yes, that has been the task of the week, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And so we've kind of almost done a sort of mini pivot, right? So we're really now starting to think heavily about that on-demand, self-serve, video-led, content that is going to almost flip the kind of model. So rather than going to live lectures or live, talks, maybe there's a couple of small, very succinct videos that give you the theoretical knowledge in order to be able to apply that during the sessions with us. So that means that we can do workshops at a faster pace, where we're properly working on, thinking about the go-to-market stuff, where we're properly working on, early customer profiles, ideal customer profiles, beachhead markets strategy, where we're thinking about unique value propositions. We can do that stuff in workshops. So we're giving, people are walking away with work with genuine stuff that they can apply. But a lot of that, not necessarily theory, but a lot of the things that underpin being able to do that, we can deliver that in video content form, rather than having to do it as a really long, hour long or couple of hours long masterclasses and whatever else. We need it to be high impact, so people can get what they need and move on to the next thing.
I think as well, the decision we made to have it structured very much about the pain points and problems that people are facing. Nobody gives a shit about design thinking. I mean, you and I love it, all the canvases, all the things, but actually it's just noise, isn't it? Whereas actually it's a case of how do I get more customers? How do I make, how do I become more productive? How do I get more out of my staff? How do I lead better? How do I tidy up my mind? Whatever it is, it's really clear and succinct, and they know how to navigate through and go. And these are the tools within that toolkit. Realistically, you have these living documents. There's probably going to be a maximum of 5, I'd say. And they are the things to focus on. They are your North Star. As long as you're paying attention to those, creating some intentionality, we're off to the races. So, try and make it as easy as possible.
Amazing. Hey, look, let's keep this one short.
I think so. I'm an exhausted pigeon. I am done. It's been 3 days of delivery this week and 1 day of childcare. I need to lay down in a darkened room and then drink lots of wine.
As well as a full-time job as a startup co-founder as well.
Well, obviously, don't. I've been working hours and hours, Spencer. I'm smashing it through. No, it's been good because all this stuff interests me. I love it, genuinely, and it's so nice as well to actually sit down with founders and be I get the place you're in because I'm building this thing, but also this is what you should be doing. And I
Yeah.
think that actually it's, I've always been around startups, I've always been in them and working within them, but actually the fact that it's just the pair of us fucking hustling and pulling on the network and, pulling in favors and doing what we need to do to get the thing to where it needs to be, people understand that and they're like, right, that's exactly where I am. And it's like, great, okay, let's share the war stories and
Yeah.
come up with a plan.
There we go. So look, everybody, if you haven't signed up, and I know there's a lot of you that haven't signed up. In fact, I know there's a lot of you that we have personally invited that haven't quite signed up yet. So no name and shaming at this point, but it is true.
But you got till
And
5
of
p.m.
course,
to
we're all,
sign up and then the
yeah.
list's been released.
But if you don't sign up, then you miss the opportunity to access this for 6 weeks.
Yep.
It'll be amazing to have as many people join as we can. We want it to be a vibrant community. We are at a really great number already,
Yeah.
so it's going to be vibrant. It's not like we're desperate, but we want to open the doors. We want as many people to come through on Wednesday as possible.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much if you've got a really busy week and whatever else. The thing really kickstarts on the following Monday,
Yeah.
so that's when the kind of things really start to take off. But go to market. Is going to be our really big first track. And come along, get involved,
That's it.
sign up. Thegrowthplayground.com.
Well done.